Israel they haven't formally acknowledged this. They tend not to do that, but they've assassinated a senior Hamas leader in a Beirut drone strike. Lots of fears that this could threaten a major escalation of the war into a regional war. This is Salah al-Aruri. He's the deputy leader of Hamas's political wing, a founder of its military operations in the West Bank. He's among 7 killed in a blast in a suburb of Beirut, the most senior member of the terror group to have been eliminated since the October the 7th massacre and attack on Israel. Now, I say, great. Brilliant. Well done. The fewer terrorists there are on this planet, the better. That is good for Israel. It is good for Palestinians. And it is good for the region and for the world. Why are there so many fears that this could really explode into something bigger?
I think ultimately because people are very cautious about the situation. And, it's not our war necessarily, but people are concerned. Partly they're concerned because one of the key players in all of this is Iran. And Iran has spent a huge amount of money and time sort of expanding its tentacles into every nook and cranny of the surrounding nations in order so that it can commit to proxy wars and not have to get its hands dirty. That's what's happening right now with the Houthis in Yemen. Iran has spent a long time funding and supporting these people precisely for a rainy day such as this. The difference with Lebanon itself is Lebanon is in a dreadful situation and isn't sort of a one side or the other like Yemen is. It has multiple factions, all of which are at each other's throats. There is no permanent president. There is no democratically elected prime minister. The central bank is in a complete crisis. Judges, civil servants not been paid, people not able to afford food, people fleeing the country, frankly, because of the bad economic situation. Hezbollah, which is what everybody's worried about, have the resources to start a war with Israel. They don't have the resources to win it. And the country, Lebanon, because let's be clear, Hezbollah are not the Lebanese army, and there are frequent clashes between the two. The country, as much as they do not like Israel, they are in no fit state to go to war with Israel. And I think you would see a huge violent backlash within Lebanon itself against Hezbollah.
But this is all this concern about how much support Israel would get in these circumstances. But again, what I find fascinating all the time is how much the conversation is about, well, they may feel provoked, they may feel they've got no choice but to react. You think, yeah, that's how Israel feels right now. And then they're being castigated. You get, more and more attempts in the UN to have votes to criticise Israel. Look, I don't want a single innocent civilian in Gaza to lose their life. And absolutely, we need to do something about that. But 20,000 people dying, a lot of them children, because most of the population in Gaza is children. 20,000 people dying over the whole of October, November, December, 3 months. That's not genocide.
No.
That's just, I'm sorry, that's war. Far more people died, under Assad. More people dying, in the Yemen wars and things. You don't see people marching on the streets about them. They only care about certain Palestinians and certain Arabs.
The population of the Palestinians in my lifetime has increased 150%. So if this is genocide, it's the worst
They're
genocide
rubbish
in history.
at it, aren't
But also,
they?
as you say, double standard. If the Sinaloa cartel was firing missiles every day towards the United States, the United States would send troops into Mexico. It wouldn't be worried about escalation.
Absolutely, absolutely.